he recused himself from basically he once he got his revenge on the Zabi family, which was his sort of lifelong goal, he then becomes kind of an anti-hero in Zeta Gundam, and then he decides war is a bad thing and somewhat retires. So in this movie, he's been out of the game for a while, and he shows up comes out of retirement, basically leading Neo-Zeon forces, and their big plan is to drop 2 asteroids on planet Earth and basically wipe out most of human life, so that he can, because A, all Earthlings suck and they're all about people in colonies, and B, he thinks that forcing this sort of significant tragedy on humanity will force them to evolve faster into new types, which is, in the Gundam world, those are basically psychics, and that's what Amuro is. So Char comes back and he's in full bad guy mode. And
it's an aggressive plan.
He's got an insane plan of dropping asteroids, 2 of them on Earth. So Amuro, along with Noah Bright from the original series, basically they have a ship called the Londo Bell, and their whole mission is to stop Neo-Zeon from destroying the Earth. So stakes are pretty high.
Yeah.
So why don't we watch the original promo that I think Dennis wrote?
I didn't do it. I was trying to remember if it was you or Dennis, because it had to have been. If it wasn't you, it had to have been Dennis.
Yeah, because there's some. It's definitely got some
Dennisisms
in there. It came out well. That's a good promo. So let's check out our original Adult Swim trailer for Char's Counterattack from 2003.
14 years after the 1-year war, strong forces yearn for redemption. Char, the leader of his rebel, has hatched a plan.
We will discipline the people who continue to live on Earth and eliminate the source of any wars here.
Under the guise of surrender, Zeon will make their final assault.
What are they up to? Char.
What do you think? Deeming Earthlings so vile a creature, Char schemes to save the planet by destroying the people.
The Earth cannot go on like this any longer.
No one has a right to punish human beings that way.
Only the Londo Bell, Amuro Ray, and his Gundam stand in their way. Mobile Suit Gundam, Char's Counterattack. Saturday, January 4th at 11 p.m. An Adult Swim exclusive.
That's a badass promo.
Wow.
And of course, Peter Cullen, the man himself.
No matter what you write, sounds awesome.
He could literally be reading the phone book and you'd be like, yeah, I'm in. So this story really does focus on the lifelong rivalry between Amuro and Char, and how they are constantly finding themselves in conflict with one another and measuring each other by each's accomplishments. And also, they both fell in love with the same woman who dies, and Char blames Amuro for her death. So there's personal history between them. And it's got a lot of, some of the best battles in the Gundam, like in any Gundam. And definitely the best Char versus Amuro stuff, which always boils down to Char is probably a better pilot with more will, but Amuro is a new type who's basically more skilled.
Yeah.
So it's like Amuro always ends up
cool.
winning the day because he has these special abilities that allow him to see things before they happen, basically. And Char is basically the catalyst for him being pushed to the next level, kind of like any...
If you had to pick one, Endless Waltz or Char's Counterattack?
Ooh,
Ouch.
tough, man. I kind of
Endless
think...
Waltz for me.
I think I'm torn because I love Char's my favorite, one of my favorite bad guys, period, and probably my favorite character in any Gundam, including Zex Merquise from Gunpoint, who's just
Char 2.0.
He's just a Char analog, you know.
Carbon
but
copy.
all the Gundam pilots are way more badass than Amuro. Like every Gundam Wing pilot is 100 times cooler to me than Amuro, who just is always.
Yeah, because they flipped it from being the like
to
like,
being like, I will kill you. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know that I could pick. I do like the designs a whole lot. I love Char's Zeon Hizaku, and I love the V Gundam from this that Amuro uses that's not quite finished. And then the rivalry gets taken to interesting places because eventually they're fighting and they kind of agree. Char kind of changes his mind that it's not the best plan to destroy all life on planet Earth.
Wait, maybe I was a little off base.
So
with
this
killing
movie,
everybody.
spoiler alert, this movie ends with the two of them basically, Amuro using all his new type abilities, and basically he forces the asteroid onto a different course, but in doing so, he and Char just disappear in like the light. Like they basically, it's like the end of Akira. They just go into another dimension and they're just gone. So like their rivalry ultimately results in them losing both of their lives, or they assume they might have just moved on to a higher plane of consciousness or whatever. I don't know.
It's really unknown.
But I do think it's really gorgeously animated, and I'm really happy as an American animation fan. I was super psyched when it finally came to the U.S. because you would see footage from it and be like, ah, you know, as a Gundam fan. But the first time I ever really saw it was our adults when we got it.
Yeah, to cut it.
Yeah, that was the first time I had the chance to watch it. So those are the glory days of every anime we were showing was something that hadn't been seen in the U.S. Not everyone, but a lot of them. So we were being able, as fans and nerds, we were watching them before they came out. Like, oh, this is so cool.
Right.
Turns out,
stupid internet.
Turns out we might like Gundam more than a lot of other people, though. Is that when you first saw it?
Yeah.
But if you like Gundam, I would say you should check it out. Do you remember where we put it in our paste list?
We're in the
20s.
We jumped around a little bit, so it's either
30s
low
or
30s or high 20s.
Yeah, I would say that's good. I mean, it is definitely the best, most succinct tale of Char versus Amuro, which normally goes for, it's 3 seasons of television, so it's a lot. But if you don't know who Char is, I suggest you
catch
some stuff up, because he's a badass no matter what he
Binge
does.
watch.
I often root for the bad guy, but I really do always root for Char. I like Amuro, but he's no Char.
Yeah.
But that led us to our topic of the day, which was what's the best rivalry movie. So obviously something like an